And because we are behind schedule, and I want just to apologize on behalf of the Institute for the to give welcoming remarks as we start.
You're welcome. On behalf of the staff, the academic staff of the Institute of International, the International Institute of Research and Development, and also on behalf of the other institutes that this institute is affiliated to, and that is the International Leadership Institute of Ethiopia and the Greenwich University of UK, I welcome you all to this occasion. In the first instance, I would like to talk to our students, because this is your day. You must feel proud of yourself for having accomplished the hurdles that you went through and succeeded to a point where you are now. Congratulations. This is the beginning of a new journey to you. It's the beginning of a new journey where you are now entering into the area which is going to tax the knowledge that you have picked from this institute. Just like a driver who practices to become a driver and is given a license, this is like the day that driver is given that license. All the time he has been struggling to get that license, he wasn't put to test properly, because he was normally driving with a label saying learner, so that everybody becomes aware of you and keep the distance. But immediately you get your license, there's no warning anymore. You are like anybody else, and therefore you have to drive according to the rules that you have learned, and you carry the system forward. So you today are getting your license to deliver to the people of South Sudan. What you need to do, carry high that banner which shows you have got a unique form of education from this institute. And you should feel proud, not only within yourself, but show it that you are proud of what kind of product you are, because you have been prepared to deliver something very special to the people of South Sudan. Now, a literate nation easily develops optimism, hope for the future, patriotism, the feeling of being a national, the feeling, the pride which gives you of being, the feeling of being fully embedded into the nation. So what we are doing here, we are contributing to that pride. We are contributing to that patriotism by us graduating today. Because soon, when you're in the field, this nation is going to be different. And that different is going to be created by you people who are graduating in this hall today. As young people, we normally have to develop the idea of being interested in who we are first, before we are interested in what we are assigned to do or what we choose to do. This is because for us to contribute effectively to development, you have to show it from yourself. It has to come from your inner warmth. And that inner warmth doesn't come out of volition. It has to come from such efforts that you put yourself to a test, a task of learning something new. in order not to waste so much time, because this is just a welcoming speech. I'm welcoming you into this world where you're going to be different from yesterday. A world where everybody will be looking up to you as a role model. So as to see whether indeed your having been learned, your having been made literate means a lot to society and to the individual in that society. You are going to be watched from now onwards. The cameras are showing your faces, and definitely people are going to see who you are, and then they will watch how you behave among them. Thank you.
Our beloved parents, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my fellow graduates and on my own behalf, I would like to take this opportunity to present this short speech at this colorful occasion of the first batch graduation of International Institute for Research and Development in partnership with International Leadership Institute alongside with Greenwich University, University of Juba, and French Institute. Dear fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it is said by Bradley Whitford, take action. Every story you have ever connected with, every leader you have ever admired, every funny little thing that you have ever accomplished, is the result of taking action. You have a choice. You can either be passive victim of circumstance, or you can be the active hero of your life. Therefore, Your Excellency and the distinguished guests, it is the result of action that gathered us today. Dear fellow graduates, today we have the good feel factor that comes from knowing that we have done our best. We have achieved and qualified. We did not do it alone, but with the wonderful support of our respective ministries, families, and encouragements and help from our tutors. We recognize that without their backup, we could not have succeeded. As you all know, the roots of education are bitter, but the fruits are sweet. Your Excellency, when we began this program, we were many. However, other students dropped out because of their personal problems. But as said by the late Nelson Mandela, that education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. That is what a majority of us held on. Indeed, education enables individuals and society to make all-rounded participation in the development process by acquiring knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the aim of this program for the last 2 years in this institute was to strengthen our capacity in management and accountancy, diploma in management and accounting, and to be the problem-solving agent in our respective ministries at all levels of our duties. It developed us to be proactive employees in our working departments. Furthermore, it would help us to improve, change, and to develop our working environment for purpose well-rounded development by diffusing science and technology to society. The knowledge we gain in this institute for the last 2 years will play a great role in the promotion of respect for human rights and democratic values by creating a condition for equality, mutual understanding, and cooperation among people. Honorable Vice President, Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, it is realized that education does not operate in isolation. It has to be integrated with research and practice for new innovation and innovation to allow development in the society. Honorable Minister, as you are alert that the South Sudan is one of the lowest literacy rates in the world, account for 27% of males and females at the age of 15 years knows how to read and write. We have appreciated your constant effort in shaping and reforming the ministry that allows a free and access education to both primary and higher institutions of learning. Despite complex problems in the education system in the country, we hope your effort will increase the rate of education as the enrollment of students has increased to 1.7 million. Your Excellency, Vice President, the higher education institutions are found only in very few states where they are overcrowded and the research capacity is very low. The necessary infrastructure to provide relevant quality education to the rural population, which accounts for 95% of population of the country, is at a low level of development. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, in this program, we are graduating today. We have learned what education is on political, social, and economic development of the country. We cordially suggested that there should be a comprehensive education and training policy to be formulated for the current employees to strengthen their ability in their working environment. Ladies who are graduating today are not just women, as some people used to call them. They are creative in nature compared to men. They should not only be regarded as capable of bearing the children or a housewife, but are an instrumental and potential towards the national building. They are capable of doing whatever men can do. I am exhorting you, our leaders, to put more effort on women programs, especially in terms of education. In conclusion, Your Excellency, we thank you for making it possible to come and witness today's first batch graduation ceremony of this institute, which has graduated many leaders in Ethiopia and this new nation. Devoted much of his time in coordinating this program without South Sudan, like the seeds that have fallen in a good soil, as written in the Bible. We are indeed proud of you, and we will not forget you in our life. More thanks, also giving much thanks to our ministries for the trust they put on us when they nominated us for this. Without your constant support on all the requirements of the Institute, we would have not.
One quotation from my dear friend Rosemary. She says that if you are planning for 10 years, plant trees.
And experiences. This has given me an opportunity to learn from each other. Today is a special day. It is a day of celebration, a day to celebrate the CV and life-changing ceremony of our graduating students. It is a day of appreciation. It is a day to appreciate for the hard work and that graduating students achieved this point. Today is a day of thanks, a day to thank International Leadership Institute and all the people who collaborated with.
First of all, I would like to say congratulations to all the graduates. I just want to refer back 2 years back when I met Abraham. I think he came to our Ministry of Labour, Public Service and Human Resource, bringing a request for government officials to attend this training. To me, I'm really surprised. I was not expecting it to be this way. But congratulations, Abraham, for the good job. I'm also very, very pleased that I have 2 of our staff from the Ministry of Labour who are among you who are graduating. Congratulations to you too. The Ministry of Labour Public Service have trained many civil servants within the region. At present, as I'm talking to you, we have Director Generals who are at present in Nairobi, about 50, and we have 42 directors who are leaving tomorrow for Nairobi to attend the training. We have an MOU which is signed between the 2 governments, the Republic of Kenya and the Republic of South Sudan, on training civil servants. So far, we have trained 3,500 Director Generals, directors, the ministry. I'm also happy and appreciate the government of the Republic of Ethiopia, who have given us also scholarships to train people. At present, we have about 31 civil servants who are attending master's program in university in Ethiopia, and about 25 who are doing undergraduate. Yesterday, I was also very happy. We received a letter from the embassy requesting us to send 30 people to attend a master's degree program and 20 to undertake an undergraduate program. These ones, we are going to send the letters out maybe by next week so that we can have people also to attend such training. So we also appreciate the government of Ethiopia for giving us such scholarship. Thank you so much on behalf of Ethiopia. On my own behalf and on behalf of the Ministry of Labour, our Undersecretary was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he could not come. So I really appreciate everything. I don't want to take much of your time, but to thank you and to congratulate you. But please, whatever knowledge you have learned here, put it into practice and make a change in our government institutions. Thank you very much.
This is a high moment for you that you have received knowledge and life is expecting you out there to make it practical. Knowledge by itself kills, but as knowledge goes out and gets flesh and blood, it makes it so practical, and you are not only have received knowledge for your own sake, but you have received knowledge to make a contribution in the development of humanity. As we have been given the privilege to come to your country and engage in education, now this will be my third country of a passport, hopefully, and I feel honored to be part of you. I feel to be honored that I am one of you, that we are engaged in making a difference in the development of a human brain. I believe there is a whole lot to be done, and I am well informed about the journey you have gone in this program. So with the collaboration of the Research Development Institute, International Leadership Institute is looking for ways so that you people will continue on your further education with our institute. That we will let you know along the way in the weeks to come. But we are very honored and privileged, more than anything else. We are part of your journey as a person, your journey as a member of a family, your journey as a person who has a contribution in the community, as well as in your journey as you are all laboring to make a difference in the development of your country.
We, the civil servants, are much aware of the current situation of the management in the government. Sometimes there was a call in which we see our financial transaction not according to what it is. And there was a call for us to improve the management of our financial system. So today, among these graduates are accountants, are financial managers that answers the call of the government in order for us to create efficiency and effectiveness in managing our resources and our roles in this government to improve the image of the government. Long gone are the days, you know, in 80s, 90s, if you are a graduate of one of the best universities, you put your certificate behind you in your office or at home. But the emphasis today is for us to make it evident through the work that we do and to improve. Among us are working class, and as working class, we are not like students that are going from secondary to universities. We have a responsibility, we have a reason for which we go for these courses and to attain this knowledge. Your Excellency, the Vice President, today education in South Sudan is having a lot of challenges. And all that we are able to perfect goes towards education. However, I would like to thank the government, both the executive and the parliament, for recognizing the needs that requires resources, financial resources, to be injected into the country, into the education system. As I talk, capitation grants that most of these people are not yet aware of, that for every child in South Sudan going to school, your government is paying money. If it's in primary level, the 39 South Sudanese pounds that is paid for every child in order to improve their standard within the schools. If it's in secondary education, it is 80 South Sudanese pounds per year. This has never been, and this is the effort of our government, that today the government recognizes the importance of education. The same in higher education, as you present yourself today. This capitation grant has created quite a lot of improvement in our system because chalks, whatever it is which becomes a problem, is solved. The textbook and all this. I say this because the foundation that we talk of is the assurance of the level for which we have reached. Your Excellency, we have also received scholarship that goes in line with the people who are in front of you. And we thank the government for having given the opportunity in terms of financial to enable 1,050 scholarships for people to be trained. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like to say that we have a problem in civil service. There are a triangle of civil servants. In 2005, you have civil servants who are found in their respective places, like in Juba here and all this. They were the camps that came in together with the SPLA. And they were our citizens who were in the diaspora that came with the certificate. The emergence of these three is a problem. And if we don't recognize how we can merge them and to try to amalgamate them into one force that serves one interest of the people and the government of South Sudan, then we are deemed to fail. And in this way, we strive to make sure that we match all three differences. Because in each category, there are quite a lot of disparities that we need to bridge the gap in order for us to serve the people of South Sudan effectively and efficiently without any disregards or without any preferences. So I would like to thank the institute that has enabled us to acquire these skills through our graduates who will be able to help the government in all the areas that they are being trained for. The Ministry of Education is in full support of this training. Sometime 3 years ago, the Ministry of Higher Education closed almost 90% of the institutes that were growing in Juba. Some of them were operating in a place where you cannot even teach a primary school student. But because of the quality that is required, we have perfected and tried to put sure that all the institutes that have to give time to educate or to impart knowledge to our citizens should be credible. And this is our faith, and this is what we believe, that we need accreditation of all the institutions that are going to offer higher learning in education. So we are in full support of this institution, and we hope to continue diagnosing the problem and to give solutions so that we are able to work on that. Thank you very much.
But I would opt for the two, the tongue and the pen, so as to change this country. Your Excellency, our beloved leader, General James Wani Igga, my younger brother, who heavily flattered me here, Mupoke, he remembers those difficult times, and I appreciate that. The great man, the brain behind this institution is none other than Professor Bedek Bekele, that gentleman there.
I carefully chose this timid, humble-looking, but brilliant fellow to coordinate the programs here. And I'm also amazed that you seem to go for the best, the Lokujis and the Kenyi Spencers. Very brilliant, well-shaped persons. The Undersecretary in Public Service who spoke here brilliantly, a daughter of a renowned politician, Sandy Agri-Jadem, is also one person I must recognize. All the teachers, there's this gentleman here who is dressed in African dress. You clap for this fellow. I don't know if that was I like the way you talk. I am told that he shares the same name with me. I don't know why. Manasseh is his name, I understand. Oh, brilliant looking graduates and your families, I greet you all in Jesus' name. I tell you, when you go to university and read, even if you are aging, your brain cells are renewed. You even look younger and more handsome for the men. You look younger and more beautiful for the women. That's what education does. Your Excellency, our brother James Wani Igga, your presence here indeed underlines the importance that you and our President attach to education. Congratulate the Vice President. And I just want to tell you that because of these influential men from Ethiopia who actually belongs to us, Professor Bedek, the Vice President and myself are sitting in the same class to get our third degrees, which we missed when we were young. We actually left the class. I didn't want to come, but he said, you must come. I don't know, he told me, you will have something to say. And that's why I'm with you. On behalf of Governor Clement Wani Igga and on my own behalf, I want to bring to you the young, new graduates with your family members and to this nation, millions of congratulations. Congratulations to you. I want to assure you that the training you've had is going to go a long way in the process of the transformation of this nation, which you got through tears, blood, and sweat. This nation is going to rest on your shoulders, and we expect a lot from you to transform this country, even after graduation. You have a very bright future. We have a very bright future as a nation. We have an opportunity that many have not had over the years, because you are going to graduate and become part of the creation and the development of this country, which we dearly love. But that bright future requires that we become absolutely committed, consistent, and continue to work very hard, respecting one another, working together to achieve our target of a prosperous nation, the Republic of South Sudan. 2011, just a few days after independence, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit had this to say, that no nation develops without education. And so he put education as his priority number one. Yes, indeed, no nation can develop without education. Today, we live in a complex, competitive, knowledge-driven economy. We cannot succeed as a nation without laying a solid foundation for the education of our people and therefore for the transformation of our nation. And I will tell you that education is a continuous process. Don't think after this degree, move in for the second one and the third one. After this certificate, this training, move in for a higher paper. This, as my colleagues who spoke before me said, is the beginning of a long journey. Learn and learn and learn, and you will achieve something great, not only for yourself, but for your country. Yes. After having acquired this paper, you are going to be like a lamb put on a stool. You will be like a lamb put on the stool. Don't put it under. Put it on top of the table. But this stool, this lamb, maybe a candle, will be threatened with wind that will blow against it. And you must be firm, whatever the situation may be, that you will provide the light where it is dark. And this means that you must become servants of your people. You must bow low to wash the feet, even of your disciples. You must be stewards of our rare resources. I understand some of you are going to become accountants. An accountant, tax collectors, even in biblical times, are regarded the greatest sinners. I am confident that those who are accountants among you, by going through this training, are born again.
Education, oh yeah. Graduates, oh yeah. International Leadership Institute, oh yeah. Greenwich University, oh yeah. South Sudan, Sidu Kalamde, oh yeah. The Honorable Deputy Governor, our Undersecretary of Education, the President of the International Leadership Institute, dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you. Assalamu alaikum. I also bring along greetings and best wishes from our President for this day of your graduation. So he sent me to represent our government here. So Rais Kermayardi is wishing you the best of luck after this graduation. First of all, I think we have to really collect for our graduates of this afternoon. Mabruk alaykum ya jamaa. And I believe I must give a very big clap to the International Leadership Institute.
for tirelessly rendering efforts to help us, the government, to educate our people in your university here. Definitely, education has no end. There is a lady in Asia at the age of 85 and is in primary school. Hey, Raya. Governor Wani and myself, by the way, we got our master degrees in leadership from this famous university. And this is why I have Ahmed and just this afternoon, our appearance here with the deputy governor, in spite of our age, we just came from a class. We are now pursuing our PhD studies. So, what about you who are so young and beautiful and handsome? You should be more committed. And therefore, education is never late. Your graduation today, especially in the field of management and accounting, is a very important, not only faculty, but discipline. Very important. You know, this is of important. One time when we were in the bush, Dr. John sent us to Paris, to France, to look for weapons. Although we came back without. But the weapons follow later. We are not accusing France. We were given a very funny driver to drive us in Paris. And one day he was driving us for a very, very important meeting. He suddenly stopped in one of the residential areas. And then he came out of the car. And he started putting his hands on his hip and looked around like this. We were wondering, has this driver become crazy? We are in a hurry going for a meeting. Why is he standing up? We said, what happened, driver? He said, please, all of you out. We said, what? Please out. We thought the car was going to burst or something like that. So we came out and we said, what is happening? Then he pointed at a certain house which was almost collapsing. He said, you see, in the whole of Paris, that house, did you see it? We said, yes. He said, it is the most important house in the whole of Paris. We said, why? He said, because this is where I was born. We said, this is what we did. My friend, the faculties that you have graduated from, management and accounting, are the most important. Management, the most important because every field, every department, and every institution must be well managed, including your family, my friend. This is the only way, my friend, for us to fight corruption, because we must know the accounting system in the first place. But when you graduate from here with this knowledge, I'm sure you are going to be very strict to your books. You are going to be very transparent. And with that, I'm sure we will have better South Sudan than the one dominated by corruption. And you will be the first to help our country, to show us the way of how to fight corruption. So down and down and down with corruption. So please lead us in how we can combat corruption very vigorously. Your team is a very interesting team and actually a very special one. Out of you, I understand 76, 16 are ladies. And that most of these ladies actually performed better than many men. Mabruk ya. Kamsa Shurifimia Oye. In fact, we are now raising this to Kamsa Teletin. So our government is committed through the right management, through the right accounting, to improve the standard of living of our people, so that we go to prosperity. This is the vision of the SPLM, by the way. Prosperity of this country, which must culminate
Congratulations. Next, Bushira Victor Lukande. Congratulations. Deborah Patrice Bringi. Deborah Patrice. Congratulations. Next. Deng Atem Mabio. Congratulations. Next. Deng Ri Deng. Deng. Next, Donato Deng Yai. Donato Deng Yai. Emmanuel Santino Lando. Congratulations. Flora Romano Richard. Flora Romano Richard. Francis Nicola. Francis Nicola. Next, Kapsu Lues Deng. Kapsu. Congratulations. Next, Garan Wall Away. Congratulations. Next, Gira.